Do you know what? I wasn't even going to respond to this, but I thought, you know what? Because I started thinking about it, I thought, you know what? I might as well put my thoughts into a video rather than thinking to myself. Anger is a good source of energy if you know how to control it. Now, if you don't know how to control your anger, well, sooner or later, you're going to be in a jail cell and that. But if you had to pick, let's say, opposite ends of the spectrum, what's better? What's a better state to be in? A state of anger or a state of sadness and depression? Anger, as long as you know how to control it. Because as long as you know how to control anger, let's say you're angry at something, you're pissed off at something, and you go and do a gym workout session. That's going to be one of the best workout sessions of your life. Let's say you're angry, but you know how to control it, and you've got a boxing fight coming up. That's going to be one of the best fights of your life. You're probably going to win as long as you know how to control it. Let's say you're angry and you got an exam. I mean, like a written exam or whatever, innit? Yeah? That's probably going to be a good exam. You're probably going to pass that exam if you know how to control your anger and you know how to still focus yourself because you've got endless amount of energy in that. I would rather go into every situation angry, as long as I know how to control it, as opposed to being sad. Imagine the outcome of your exam, your written exam, if you're sad and depressed. You're going to fucking fail that shit, as opposed to being angry. So anger is a good source of energy as long as you know how to control it. Basically, I remember one time as well, sometimes good things come from anger, as silly and stupid as they might be. So I remember I had one thing before. She lived around like Holloway and that, and you know, like when it's actually official, like, yeah, the relationship's over, you know, like when a girl just wants to be friends and that, but the relationship's over and that. And I remember, obviously I've always had a bike and that in it, but I remember I left her yard and I was on my bike because I went down to go and check her in it. And she lives Holloway Road. Now these times man was riding towards like Shoreditch, what's that place called, Farringdon, where the Tinseltown is. And I remember I was just vexed. Yeah, like I say, come to the realization that the relationship's over, man's vexed. Obviously I love to pop wheelies and that, but my wheelies ain't that good, they ain't that high. I can't just wheelie the bike down the road. I can lift it, but I remember that day, the way I was vexed, best wheelies ever, innit? That bike there was, that front wheel was up in the air. Anger, as long as you know how to control it. If you hit that throttle too much, hey, you'll be doing cartwheels down the road, innit? Yeah? But literally, I remember that was the best wheeling session I ever had. That bike there was picking up off the ground. I was flying down the road, boy. All because I was vexed. Like I said, being vexed, being angry is a good source of energy as long as you know how to control it. You're always better off being angry, knowing how to control something, rather than being sad and depressed. I will make a much better video being pissed off, as long as I know how to control it, as opposed to being sad and depressed. So if I had to pick one or the other, I'd be angry all day long, as long as I know how to control it.